Deacon, and Deacon with a big kick downfield in between Darren Albert and Paul Wellens. Wellens collects it on the bounce. Chase is good though from Bradford, led by Reardon and Fielden. Forshaw and Fielden.
Great kick by Paul Deacon, and there seems to be a problem. One of the Saints players are being lifted off.
Keith Mason it is. Mason has been hopped to the sideline. There's obviously a problem there in the opening minute for Keith Mason, and that's a huge blow.
Well, is it a knock on the knee, or has the hamstring gone?
Well, I'm sure that Bill Arthur will be chasing the detail on the side, along with the kick through, and it's to Vainikolo again, who misses it. He will pick it up on his own try line eventually. Great chase by St Helens. Bill, what's the news of Mason?
He picked up an ankle injury in virtually the first set there, the first play of the game, in fact, and it's the left ankle by the look of things. Ice being applied to it immediately, and there was no hesitation really when they saw him limping. The indications were get Tim Jonkers straight out there and get Keith Mason off. They're not taking any chances, Saints.
Well, they don't, because no matter what happens, they will be playing here next Friday night in the playoffs. They don't get the week off, Bradford do. And that would be a bitter blow. That's a great kick from Deacon, but it has just come back this way. Instead of a great kick, I thought it was arrowing towards the sideline. It is a great kick. It stands in the in-goal area, and Gardner has to run this ball back.
Super self, and yet again a solid chase by the Bulls. You mentioned the fact that Ian Millwall would be shocked by Keith Mason leaving the field so early. I think this was the one night that he must have felt that they would have superiority in the forwards.
Here goes Cunningham. He's got Sean Long with him. It's a dummy, and Reardon's taken it. Couldn't get it away.
Oh, he's lost
he
it.
Loses it.
Knock on.
Oh, maybe he should have passed now. That's what he'd be thinking.
Well, he certainly got pace over a short length of the field, but when you start talking long-term...
Great tackle by Reardon.
He's had to be. Well, I must say he's had a tremendous season since he took over from the injured Robbie Paul. But Reardon got him through, and I'm with you, Eddie. When Cunningham made the break, he had Long on the outside, should have offloaded.
Very rare that Kieran Cunningham takes the wrong option. This is Reardon, tackled by Paul Wellens. Deacon, it goes wide to Carl Pratt. And Jason Hooper is on his back. Just inside their own half of the field, the Bulls, with Naylor playing tonight in the second row. And we believe for the first time, Naylor in the second row. Brian Noble, when he announced his side yesterday, said we've got someone making his debut in the second row by the name of Scott Naylor, normally a centre.
I think it's a good move, you know, because Brian Noble, at least Naylor's strong and he's solid. He'll do his defence, and he'll have to work harder.
Good ball to Pratt. It's on the last tackle. This Deacon's kick through, and it was well watched by Darren Albert. Good chase though by Mike Forshaw.
Very keen on that chase. They really must have been working hard on that. The one real feature late in this season is the fact that Paul Deacon started not only to get his kicking game in order, but he's starting asking questions with the opposition defence. He's taking them on.
Gleeson to his feet, finds Cunningham. Here is Darren Smith. We'll be seeing Darren Smith's brother Jason, of course, at the KC Stadium tomorrow night in the colours of Hull. That is if Sean McRae picks him, if he is fit. The kick down the middle by Long. And here is Tavita Vaikona with heavy bandage on the right leg. Gets to his feet, bouncing all over the place was Vaikona, though that was Naylor. Oh, the ball is lost forward. Was it stolen? It was by Willie Talau. Newlove was involved in the tackle as well.
This is the incident there. He was nowhere near anybody. He's just going backwards to the referee, and you can see him. He's hopping on the right foot. Definitely a problem with that left leg. Keith Mason having all sorts of problems and was not involved in anything. Is this a blood bin? There he is. He's bitterly disappointed.
Yes, he's a disconsolate figure in the dugout. Keith Mason.
Well, he knew he had a big job ahead of him.
Well, without him, Saints are a little bit short in the go forward, as we have seen in the recent past. Barry Ward is there, but Darren Britt is retired, of course. It was a bitter enough blow for St Helens. To lose Mason early on in this match is a real problem for Ian Millward. He did say before the match he thought the players of both sides would be wearing body armour to make sure that they are fit for the playoffs. He was saying that figuratively speaking, of course.
Well, it's easy to say that, Eddie, but I said before the build-up to this game that if you hang back, you'll guarantee that 90% of the time you'll pick up an injury. You've got to get that body working all the time. You cannot relax.
Lowe's to Deacon, and he puts a good kick in. It's high, it's over there, but it's claimed in the air by Gardner.
Took it well under a lot of attention. A lot of the fans felt that Gardner was taken out there, but they held off.
Good tackle by Fielden. Yes, as he hit the deck, Fielden was all over him. And from a Bradford point of view, it's very important that Fielden has a big game tonight. He's trained superbly well, according to Brian Noble.
The one thing that Brian Noble would have been pleased with, that it's been raining all day up here, but around about 4 o'clock it stopped, and the drainage at this ground is excellent. It may have been a difficult decision if it were a mud heap. I don't think Brian Noble would have risked to have fielded.
Well, such a quality field that they have here at St Helens. Never a chance really of that.
That's great defence.
They may have make inroads.
They may have lost Mason, Eddie, but they've really lifted themselves.
Happy here for Bradford.
Wait now. Well done.
This is Fielden now.
Hands off the ball.
Thinking about offloading, but was tackled in the end by Stankovic. Lowe's, good ball to Naylor. Screen for forward, it never was. Last one here, and Lowe's drills the kick downfield, and that will find touch, will it? No. Yes, just
bobbled it around. He'll be happy with that. Captain tonight, Jimmy Lowe's, always has plenty to say to not only his players, but to the officials at time to time.
Next week, the playoffs kick in. 4th against 5th is next Friday at 7:30. Sky Sports 1, we know we'll be here because that's St Helens, but against who, we know not yet. And next Saturday at 6, Sky Sports 1, 3rd against 6th. It all has to be decided over the last weekend. Leeds or Wigan will play at home.
Bit of a chop there from Carl Pratt. Came second and late into the tackle, and he appeared to use the left forearm.
Release, hold till he plays it, hold.
Stankovic plays the ball to Cunningham. Here is Darren Smith. Wide it goes to Albert, one of the quickest, and he finds Hooper, and Hooper's away to the line for St Helens. First try of the night, he's left Fielden in his wake, and he touches down under the sticks. Jason Hooper with the first try, and Brian Noble not impressed with what he saw from his defence there, but it was the pass, the quick pass wide to Albert, and the speed of Albert that eventually opened up the hole for St Helens and Jason Hooper.
Wonderful play by the loose forward, Darren Smith. They took the option on the short side there, and you can see that the winger was caught out of position. They did not mark one-on-one, and soon as Albert sent this man away, who did exceptionally well, he run on the arc and then come round. But the pass there, you can see that the winger completely out of position. And Hooper was always going to score this try, much to the delight of the home crowd. But that was sheer class. Yes.
Just what the doctor ordered, looking for form ahead of the playoffs, Ian Millward. And Jason Hooper providing it. His versatility has been a terrific asset in the injury crisis this year. And here now is Sean Long, looking for his 90th successful kick of 2003. From bang in front, Mick Withers is amongst them there in the Bradford Debating Society as Long finds the mark, and St Helens lead by 6 points to 0 here at Knowsley Road.
Leslie Vainikolo in no position. You can see there that the winger Albert has got a clear run. That was very poor positional play by the winger, Leslie Vainikolo, and he has paid the huge price of a try right in front of the sticks.
Hooper with the first try of the match then. St Helens lead by 6 points to 0 on a drizzly night here in St Helens. But the conditions, Clarkie, don't seem to be stopping these two sides.
Well, I remember the victory that the Saints side manufactured at Odsall. Very similar conditions, light drizzle throughout the game, and Saints really won that game because of superior kick and chase, and they're going to have to do that again here tonight. They haven't got the big guns up front to take the ball forward. They've kicked earlier in the tackle count, which worked for them, but it means that it needs a superhuman effort to pull up that sort of performance against a big Bradford side who just forced a mistake. And although you criticise Leslie Vainikolo for that last decision in the try, as we see the ball just coming loose here in the tackle from James Lowe's attention, Saints really deserve some credit because they manufactured a situation with 4 St Helens players running just at 2 Bradford defenders. Pretty hard to handle that, you know.
Well, is that a question that James Lowe's made a deliberate effort to get the ball and steal it?
Yes, he did, and he stole it and got away with it.
Not in the view of Russell Smith, who has put the scrum down. That's why Bradford have this possession as Lowe's gets the ball away to Harpy. And good defence from St Helens. They're muscling up despite the fact they lost Mason in the opening minutes. Lowe's dummy half again, looping past to Carl Price. Bit quicker than to Deacon. And Deacon on the charge found Gilmore. That was a great tackle from Paul Newlove. Pratt will attack them from dummy half. Gets only as far as Jonkers. That's 4 tackles gone. They're 10 metres out the Bradford Bulls. Lowe's waits, assesses the situation behind him. Dabs the kick through. That bounced off the knees. Barry Ward has got it back. And the mistake now seems a long way away.
Well, it wasn't the classic kick from Jimmy Lowe's. Famous with that short kick into the in-goal area. But the big prop forward, Barry Ward, he was turning on the angle, which is the best way to do. If you do get a ricochet, then it'll go backwards. Never any chance it was going to be classed as a knock-on.
Well, the drizzle and the rain has been hosing down here in the northwest of England throughout the course of today, as you look at the record of these two sides over the past 30-odd years. And not long ago, we were talking about the Indian summer that we were enjoying. Well, it's warm enough here this evening. And we've had a note, Steve-O, from a St Helens fan waiting for us here tonight, Terry Considine, who says, according to the Collins Encyclopedia, the Indian summer is, in North America, a period of autumn characterized by calms and absence of rain. Indian summer has disappeared.
Maybe we should call it Indiana summer.
Wait till he plays it, wait.
But, of course, the viewers down south, apparently it was where you come from, of course, Steve. It was glorious weather in the south this evening, throughout the day.
And rightly so. Oh, that's good play.
And a great run from Gilmore, and good offload to Vaikona. But he had and he's lost it.
Oh, that's a shame.
Back.
Well, that's a 2 wingers. A big mistake by big Leslie Vainikolo, allowed Hooper in for the try. Now we see
great
to beat Vaikona.
What an offload that was by Cunningham to Hooper. He ran straight and he went straight into the arms of Anderson. But he managed to get the ball away, and now Bradford penalised for hands on the ball as Saints were trying to play it quickly.
This is a knock-on here with trying to twist and turn. Just completely lost it. Big mistake. The offload was superb. Industrious, isn't he, tonight, Hooper? Especially the way that he worked that blind side. Most clubs in the Super League try to take that advantage, and if you can see that either the centre or the winger has just drifted away from his position, there's the culprit, the skipper, Jimmy Lowe's.
Hands in.
No doubt about it, Eddie. Touching the football, interfering. This should be a gift, 2 points.
Well, it's bang in front. Brian Noble. Very calm and collected about the match tonight. Here is Long with the penalty attempt, and he's missed it. Pushed it wide of the left hand upright.
I will, no problem.
Amazing this season, you know, all the goal kickers just missed by a whisker, didn't they? Have you noticed now, all the goal kickers now, they're talking to themselves. They've copied Andy Farrell. Andy won't reveal what they're saying. I don't think Sean Long will either.
They just shun him, don't they?
Well, I'm sure it wasn't. I think I'm going to miss this by a whisker.
Maybe it was I better not miss this by a whisker. Or maybe he'll save that one for another night. They're on halfway, St Helens. Cunningham dummy half. Long on his inside was Darren Smith. Through the dummy. Oh, and then he drops it.
It went back. It's got to be
well picked up by Scott Naylor. It was a gift.
Here comes Anderson.
To be fair, really, that ball will be quite greasy tonight.
And Long definitely trying to offload there.
Yeah.
This is Fielden, who's been involved in the opening 15 minutes. Ian Millwood pretty calm on the sideline as well.
Bit of a problem with Ward. Barry Ward picked up a bit of an injury. He was very, very slow to get back into the defensive line.
Deacon spins it wide to Pratt, and then a kick down the line. There's a lot of space there. And Wellens just allowed it to run, did he?
I'm not so sure. I think Wellens... Oh, I thought Wellens may have got a touch to that. This will be interesting. Neat little kick through from Pratt, but it was well shielded. See it in slow motion here. Oh, it's hard to say whether it gone over first. Oh, that is a shocker. Slippy ball. That's his style. Kieran Cunningham likes to pick up the ball very quickly as it's been played. Take it on the run.
Sean, get your 5.
The shopping trolley.
Paul.
But the old goods hit the ground, Eddie.
Darren, keep your back 3, Darren Smith.
So it's head and feet at the scrum here to Bradford. Midway inside, Saints half of the field this. And Deacon. Price pops the ball up then for Reardon.
One release.
Darren Smith was waiting for him.
That's
They've
one.
had plenty
Deacon
of
again.
opportunity, Bradford.
This is Gilmore.
Got themselves into good position, but
Hands off 2.
wasted their opportunities.
Straight off him, Saints.
Lows to Anderson. That looked like it might have drifted forward, but it's one of those line balls. So many of the teams employ these days. Deacon attacking the line.
Hands off.
Good job that Stankovic, Edmondson was there. And here now is Fielden, who's been really involved early. Lows with the kick to the in-goal area. And that ball's bobbling. That will be a try for Harpy.
It should be.
He'll give it to the video referee, though.
They both missed it.
Onside and grounded, please.
Well, again, a wonderful little chip through by the Bradford skipper, Jimmy Lowe's.
Jontain Harpy.
Read it ever so well. Beautiful chip through. But all onside, no one's in the screen. So they'll go to see the ground, and I think both of them misses it. Albert misses it. The big fella Vainikolo misses it. And I don't think Mr. Harpy does. There it is. Christmas time. It's come early. It deserved a try, though. Albert really should have got to it. They both missed it. It popped up. Had a nice big ribbon round it. What a lovely 4 points. Miss. Either way, they just want to see that Vainikolo did not touch the football. I don't think either of them did. No. There's a good 4 inches gap between that. This will be TRY. And it'll come up to Mr. Harpy. Look how it just popped there. No doubt.
Cheers, Deb.
So Jontain Harpy believes he scored a try, and the video referee agrees with him. Dave Campbell is tonight's video referee at Melsey Road, and he was also the video referee in the 1999 Grand Final between these two, but he's come up with the right decision here.
Well, for once, they've got the possession, they put it through, and that was quick thinking there by Jimmy Lowe's. He's still got it, this boy. I know he's retiring, or he says he's retiring at the end of this season, but he's such a creative player. Has the ability to just turn the game on its head with just a little pass, a flick pass, or the chip through. This is important.
Oh, it just hit the post. Well, as it left his boot, all the supporters were jeering Paul Deacon, but it nearly got there in the end. And Deacon, he was after his 122nd goal of the campaign. It evaded him, eluded him, and it's 6-4 to St. Helens. But Harpy with the try, and all the possession for Bradford has finally brought its reward.
Keep on side.
Well, they kept their composure, especially the skipper, Losey.
Off the knees of Gilmore. Smith and Stankovic with the tackle. Anderson, and that was forward. The crowd have got their own way this time.
Oh, that's silly. Silly to answer back to the official, especially one as experienced as Russell Smith. He delayed it. That's a gamble you take, you know, when you put forwards into the dummy half who are not regular dummy half operators. And do not talk to me like that.
I've got a clear call.
Get back.
What are you doing?
And Mr. Forshaw, not too impressed. And I get the impression that Mr. Noble may not be too happy either. This, surely, I said it would be a gift last time. Lowe's pulled it to the left. And you can see Mr. Noble saying, could we use the brain box, please?
Get focused, I think he said. Tell them to get focused.
Well, you need brains to do that.
Long will try and accept the 2 points on offer this time. And he makes no mistake. At the second time of asking, St Helens are ahead by 8 points to 4. In many ways, Steve, it's very difficult for the players tonight to get focused, to use Brian Noble's expression, because in terms of league placings, nothing to play for them. We've been banging on all night about they've got to show form going into the playoffs, that is true, but I suppose mentally it must be difficult for them, to be fair.
Well, they're full-time professionals, Eddie.
And I suppose they both lost last week anyway, so...
Yeah, it's not a case of just putting this to one side. Remember, there are guys out there that may be on the fringe have not been selected. A great game tonight from one of them, and they could find themselves in the grand final. You're not going to take the risk by just saying, oh, I'll take it easy.
And of course, Bradford with the week off next week. If they do lose here, they won't have any chance of getting into the playoffs without going to a second defeat. Price has knocked the ball on, went for the interception.
Certainly did, nearly got away with it as well. That's a problem that you take, you know, when you do that very, very late flat pass. Boom, that really went high. And that would have been a dream gift for this fella.
Leon Price try against Castleford last week on his return from 2 games out. Here is Long. Was wide to Gleeson. Good defence from Harpy.
That's the one thing you've also got to remember as well, Ed, is that when you're out there, the adrenaline's pumping, and if someone gives you a big hit, you want to give one back. You want to get involved in the game. You don't think about anything, oh, well, you know, we've only got one more game to win in regards to Bradford to make the grand final. You can't go into a game thinking that way. You may carry it in to a fortnight's time, and that could prove costly.
Here's Hooper, that's to Smith, and he hangs on to that somehow, gets the ball away, and Talau, that's knocked down, he's offside, isn't he? Yes, he is.
Yep.
Reading offside, more back-chatting to Russell Smith. Bradford surround the referee, and Stuart Fielding is furious.
Well, at least Leon Price is saying, look, get away, shut up, get out of it. We've got a defensive line to get formed.
And this is Cunningham attacking that defensive line.
Well, they're losing the plot big time, the Bulls.
On the wrong end of a penalty count, mind. Here's Long. Spins the ball wide to Darren Albert, and he goes underneath the dive from Vainikolo and scores.
Any obstruction here, please,
and he wants now Dave Campbell to check if there's any obstruction.
I think it involves Sean Long. Got very close to a couple of his own players.
Was there any obstruction here?
No, Wellens pulls up.
That's what he's looking at there.
No problem at all. They try to make it that way. Wellens goes first. It's Stankovic that he's looking at. Now you've got to make sure that Stankovic is going to prevent anyone doing the tackle. He turns his back and then he runs into him. He doesn't have to move. Stankovic stops and turns to see what's happening. There it is. And you can see Fielding deliberately goes for the man. I think that this try will be given. Stankovic stands. Fielding goes, I'll try to get away with it, just in case. Not the best with a winger. This is going to be TRY, but I have been proved wrong in the past.
Dave Campbell's view is what matters, and he agrees. Try is given to the Saints. It's Darren Albert who gets it. And that is his 17th try of the year. He's missed 5 of the weekly rounds this year, Darren Albert, but he remains St Helens' top try scorer. It's going according to plan so far for Ian Millwood.
Well, this was a problem where the ball was knocked down and the fullback reared him was offside. Then they wouldn't keep their mouths shut.
They're saying there, you know, the ball played the man, not the other way round.
Well, it's that interpretation of the rule, isn't it, Eddie? But either way, you just take it. You don't just argue with the referee. He tried to offload.
Offside.
Yeah, but he tried to offload it, and the ball played a man. But in a split second like that, and once you start having a go at the referee, you deserve to be penalised.
And Long has missed another. But it's 12-4 to St Helens. Sean Long, he has missed with a couple of kicks. Steve, well, the fact that it touched the Bradford player in that and then was picked up by a Bradford player standing in front of the ball, he's offside anyway.
Yeah, it doesn't matter, does it? No, it's classified as the accidental offside. By the way, Mr. Albert is in for the try.
Oh, he did well then, Gleeson, to keep that in. He did remarkably well then. It's shot off the turf, that. That's why St Helens have the possession here. And Darren Albert plays the ball to Paul Wellens, who's tackled by Forshaw.
They're getting the sniff of it here, St Helens. They know that Bradford, perhaps, they're losing their shape, losing the control and losing the ball. It's Saints. No advantage.
No advantage here.
So they put the scrum down with Russell Smith because there was no advantage there. Played the first knock on.
You talk about the mental attitude and the way that they would have approached this game, Eddie, before the kickoff. The big thing that Bradford don't want is for St Helens to score another try, because it's going to be difficult for that man we've just seen, Brian Noble, to lift his charges and try to get back into the game.
You mentioned Brian Noble. He is taking charge of his 100th match for the Bradford Bulls here. He has a winning ratio of 80%, which is the best in the business. It's a great offload by Moore to Forshaw, by the way. So he's hit the 100 club. He is a long way short of our guest tonight, Sean McRae, who hasn't missed a match in Super League since it started.
Well, he's been around years, hasn't he?
Lowe's, Deacon tried to offload, and Cunningham read the script.
We'll take the first one. It's got to be Deacon as the first knock on. And he's got it right. See, Deacon try to get it. Just because it doesn't hit the ground and it hits Cunningham first does not diffuse the knock on. I must say, Russell Smith, he's on fire tonight.
We had a great game last week, as I say, at Huddersfield, and you asked me the question a couple of weeks ago, did I think that Russell Smith would be in charge of this year's grand final? I said no, only because I think Stuart Cummings has got to find another referee to take charge of these big events. But he's having a great couple of weeks, is Russell Smith.
Well, he won't give up the situation, this talk, and I often mention it. Carl Kirkpatrick has been outstanding this year.
Well, he's got Holland Leeds tomorrow.
Not square.
Not standing square. Another penalty against Bradford. The players are getting frustrated here with Russell Smith. Takes it quickly, Long, they're offside again.
That was quick thinking. The skipper, Sean Long.
10 metres there.
Jimmy. And I did. When you watch the video, you'll see that I've blown it twice. Once they give the penalty, once not.
We're square as what we are, Russell. So give us a shot, will you?
Okay. Listen to me now, then, please. We've got 2 or 3 penalties, and then I've had a couple of quick penalties here. Well, obvious what you're trying to do. You'd nowhere near 10. The next...
You're not giving us a smart, Russell.
Keep your arms up, keep arguing if you want him. The next one might go. The next one might go.
Well, Jamie Lowes is the captain. He can ask and he can inquire. They've taken another quick tap, St Helens. But Bradford getting frustrated.
And he did it very politely. We often say that, you know, this is supposed to be Jimmy Lowes' swan song. He'll finish at the end of this year. Oh, that's an awful mistake. He'll finish at the end of this year. I know one group of people that perhaps won't be too unhappy about that, and they're the blokes with the whistles. He's always had a good report. It was quick thinking by Sean Long. He knew they hadn't made any attempt to get back to 10, so he snuck 5. Came to no avail. Come up with a mistake yet again.
Vainikolo. Offside. Offside against St Helens. Well, James Lowe's asked Russell Smith to give them a fair crack.
Oh, what a great kick. And that was brought about because he kicked very, very quickly before Eddie Gardner could get into a position. You've got to use your brains and it'll reap rewards.
Pratt to Forshaw. Good tackling by Jonkers and Darren Smith. Reardon. Oh. Kieran Cunningham and Martin Gleeson with the tackle. Reardon slammed to the deck. Deacon. Oh, bump.
Offside.
No, it's the knock
No,
on.
the first one wasn't a knock on. The first one was impact. Don't contest. Let me referee the game, please. Okay. First one was a total impact tackle. There was no stealing or anything.
Yeah, he's got it right.
There's only one knock on in there.
And that came from the Saints. Big hit, wasn't it? That went backwards. And that's where...
There's only one knock on in there in ball.
Well, he's giving it the other way. That's surprising. No, he hasn't. He's got it right. No doubt the only knock on was from Paul Newlev. After all that.
That's L1.
Oh, he's lost that.
Knock on against Carl Pratt. Wellens and Gleeson, tigerish in the tackle here.
Yeah, he lost it. It's becoming a nightmare for the Bradford side.
Keep your 5, Bradford.
A lot of people are agreeing with me, Eddie, that I think it was a negative, you know, that to present Bradford with the league leaders trophy last week.
Couldn't agree with you more. There are others who think that they should be shown to the fans. Mueller! But why didn't they do it next week at their playoff match?
Well, it means nothing. You just finished on top.
Hands on 2, get up him. Let him up.
Yes, the big one is at Old Trafford. Bradford are missing a few too many tackles for their coach's liking. This is Barry Ward.
3, release.
Good movement from Ward as he gets to his feet. Here is Long. Pops the ball back to Darren Smith.
Hands off the ball.
Say they look in the mood, St Helens, don't they? A lot of movement from them, a lot of invention. Cunningham, Jonkers. Tackle's not complete, now it is. Last one, Cunningham will fancy one himself. That's good defence.
Change over.
Certainly was. Not so sure that the coach thought that was a good option, but once again they tried to just squeeze in on that blind side. But this defence from St Helens,
let him at 1, release. Hold,
you would have thought that
Saints.
they would have been rocking with the fact that Keith Mason went off only minutes after the start of this game, but it's as though it's cemented this side into doing something extra. That's going to be a penalty.
And it is. And Clarkey, the loss of Mason has galvanised St Helens.
Well, it's certainly, I think, they'll made the remaining 50 minutes very difficult without him. Doesn't appear as though he will come back on. But the thing you've seen in the first 30 minutes is that St Helens still are the best attacking team in this country. They've caused problems right across the field for Bradford, and really have looked dangerous. I think if Bradford do have an Achilles heel, it's in their ability to deal with controversial decisions that go against them, and maybe even at times wrong decisions that go against them. I think they tend to frustrate themselves by complaining and really dig themselves into a bigger hole and concede even more penalties. They have to hang on really and ride through the tough times, which is not what they've done. They're coughing up possession. Although this looks like a slippery ball tonight. Saints have lost it as well in the first tackle.
Carl Pratt was very quick to bring it to the attention, and now it's Saints who have a few words. Nothing wrong with that, and then it was Smith that finished up with it. Just got involved with it, and then when Smith got it up, and they lost it. Simple.
Saints complaining it should have been first knock on, but Darren Smith was given the opportunity. He was given the advantage.
And he took it, picked it up. Once you start making progress forward...
Hang on, lad. Hang on, 2 balls on, lads.
Referee wants the second football kicked from the field. Now they can start.
Time back up.
I've got to be honest with you, Eddie, that this is happening quite a lot, isn't it?
He's done it again. Fielding has done that again. That's the second time that he's had hold of the ball in the past minute, and he's done exactly the same twice.
0.
Well, they've got underneath the ribcage, haven't they? And it's pretty difficult when you're hitting under there. Your arms are just above it, and boom. Still slippy out there. Just making that point, Eddie, it seems to be happening quite a lot.
Hands up,
That
come on!
two balls have been out on the field of play. Now, where do they come from? Is it sent out there on purpose to slow things down so you can get your defensive pattern sorted out? I think it is. They've got to start looking at that. The fourth official.
Hands up,
It is happening far too often. It's not a coincidence.
Darren Smith, Sean Long, a dab down the line for Albert, but Reardon was there.
Release there. To be one.
Vainikolo.
Difference between the two sides is Saints. They get in the defensive line very quick, and they're playing the ball a lot quicker. And they're certainly showing more enthusiasm.
Get a man's out, Darren.
To Vita Vaikona. Good ball. Oh, and another mistake by Deacon.
Big hit, though, from Hooper. He didn't miss.
Well, the Bradford Rolls Royce is just firing on a couple of cylinders here.
Well, you may say that, Eddie, but as you said,
Credit Saints for the pressure.
yeah. I also think that maybe Bradford came with a bit of an empty tank.
Lee, get it, wait. They're not in here.
They certainly didn't come
Stay 5, Bradford.
into the pumps and said, fill them up, mate.
Long to Newlove.
Let him out, one.
And Carl Pratt picked the leg up and then drove him down. Here is Jason Hooper again.
2, release. And wait, lads. Wait.
Now Willie Talau.
3, get off him. Play on.
Right, Shimoslet to play the ball then. Long finds Darren Smith. He tries to spin away from Deacon.
Well spotted by the halfback there, Deacon. Picked it out, knew that the dummy runner was coming. That's another advantage that Saints have over their opposition, is that they're utilising the man without the football that's running as a decoy.
Last tackle here. Long attacking the line. Stabs the kick through. Looking for Hyam.
Oh, now then. Pratt's collided. And is it Deacon that's underneath that? Good kick through.
It's Reardon. You give Reardon a kick on the knee.
Well, Pratt was coming through and didn't realise the fullback was there, and he lashed out, did Pratt. Didn't get the ball, caught his fullback.
Time up, please.
Well, he actually got the ball and then
come on, let's
straight into the chest.
He got Reardon. He's hurt his fingers.
Time back on.
Good length on the dropout from Deacon. Long's underneath it though.
Let's get him low.
Pops it into the arms then of Barry Ward. Barry Ward will retire at the end of this year. At 32, he said he's had enough.
Oh, that was forward.
And the referee agrees with you.
Little doubt.
Yep.
Saint skipper says you're kidding. But that was forward. He had to lean forward to it. Yet again, you pay the price. If you flick the ball straight away from the dummy half position, you've got a far better chance on that flat attack. But when you start taking a step, it's a split second too late.
Great defence, terrific defence. Grand final is just 4 weeks away, October the 18th, Super League 8's big night of the year. The information line is 0113 2329 111. They'll tell you all you need to know about that big night then. They will also give you details of the Ashes series. The second test is sold out at Hull. November the 8th, November the 22nd are the other two dates. There are tickets available for that, but any information you need, it's available from the Rugby Football League. 0113 2329 111, and the office is open Monday morning.
It's a little bit too strong there from Paul Deacon. Tried to put the backspin on it. Failed to do that.
This is Gardner.
He's
lost that. Play on. And here goes Parker.
Let's not forget, though, Eddie, it has been raining all day. And I know it's a great ground here, but it's still wet.
Very slippy. Harpy bounces off Darren Smith. Looking to get the ball away to Vainikolo. Couldn't do that. So we'll play the ball to him now, and the big fella will go down the short side. And Darren Albert got to him.
Lost the boots as a winger.
Harpy to Deacon. Here is Gilmore. Edmondson got to him. Good offload though, and that's a good offload, and that's good hands. And here goes Stuart Reardon for the corner, and wide it goes to Vaikona. Oh, great try, great strength. Vaikona
just got it down in time.
Try is given without reference to the video referee. That was terrific try from Bradford. Wonderful hands, quicksilver attack, and Tavita Vaikona over in the corner.
Beautiful build-up, got the link working. Watch how the fullback comes into it. Gilmore offloads there. Watch the fullback. Beautiful stuff. Good work from Price there. Just got it down in time. Watch Leon Price come back on the angle. This is the first time they've really utilised the second man, the decoy runner. He comes back on the inside there. Watch him. There he goes. Just leaves him enough. Boom. They did everything. Wellens threw everything at this fella. That's a good try. And it is. He knows it.
Fine try for Bradford. Wonderful hands. One side of the field to the other. Tavita Vaikona, the scorer. And that's his 175th try. He has been blank for 2 weeks, as Vaikona. 175 career tries now for the big Tongan international. Deacon with the chance to add the extras from tight on the touchline far side. Great kicker, this fellow. Wonderful kick. 12-10, Saints lead at Knowsley Road, and maybe that will be the spark that Bradford were looking for.
Willie Tello, the second rower, he just hesitates because he doesn't know whether Price is going to get that ball back on the inside. And but by the time he gets there, he cannot help the full-back to get the weight to stop the big winger.
Keep behind, lads.
He has scored some wonderful tries throughout his career, and the upper body strength had got him another 4 there. Oh, what an effort. Did he come from an offside position? I think he did.
Hey.
Or did he not?
This man's in front here.
Got to be a penalty, surely.
All right, got you. As soon as he does, it's a stoppage.
Well, that's the half-time siren. It won't matter anyway. The mistake is a knock-on in goal, so it doesn't really matter anyway. But Parker will be breathing a sigh of relief after that. And Bradford have struck at just the right time, just before half-time. Saints ahead by 12 points to 10, though, at the break. They lost Keith Mason, their other prop forward, in the opening minute. They have scored 2 tries, so have Bradford. And all that separates them is the long penalty at the moment. 12-10 it is here at Knowsley Road. A drizzly night in Knowsley Road, and it's just 12-10 at half-time to St Helens. Saints, the champions of 2002. Bradford, the league leaders of 2003, and the champions-elect in many people's eyes. We shall see. That will be decided 4 weeks hence at Old Trafford. Lots of rugby league to be played in the Tetley Super League between now and then.
Hands up, 2 to me. Come on, Jim, come on.
And I think St Helens and Bradford indeed will be looking for a quick start to this second half. Get the match wrapped up. And here now is Talau. Tracked back by Naylor, who hung onto his shirt sleeve. He had a second pull at him, but the referee saw that as a dive by Talau. The kick over the top was by Sean Long. And Vainikolo picks it up.
He was in front.
Gleeson was offside.
Yeah, got to give him the 10 metres. Failed to do that. Let's say Russell Smith is having a belter of a game. More experienced players would... not much in it.
Well, looking at that, there was nothing in it.
No.
Interesting, you know, Steve-O, in that first half, Timmy Lowes was chirruping down the ear of Russell Smith all the way through. And we heard him at one stage say, you know, give us a fair go, Russell. And he has since then.
You're not suggesting.
Not at all.
No. Still one.
Deacon. Here is Forshaw.
Well, you just mentioned the man, Paul Deacon. He has got to get involved a lot more than he did in the first half.
There he is. Here is Pratt. Now it's Reardon. We had to stoop to take that and did well, actually, to hang on. Vaikona. Score of the try in the first half, running over the top there of Mickey Hyam. Oh, and then with Lowe's making a bit of a porridge of it.
Well, they didn't anticipate that he could twist and offload. And he's not too impressed with his fellow players, and rightly so. Got through all the hard work.
I wonder what was said. Oh, hang on. Harpy gets the ball away to Vainikolo. Bradford are in here. Vainikolo with first try of the second half.
No problem. Clean pick-up by Sean Happy.
Just checking Russell Smith with his touch judges that there was a clean pick-up by Harpy, and it was. And so Vainikolo picks up try number 21 of the season, and Bradford get the quick start.
Well, there's always going to be errors. We mentioned the fact it was a slippy ball, and you can see Martin Gleeson was not in a good position. And again, you pay that price when you're going on that flat pass. Watch this. Boom. Got his eyes, knew that Forshaw was coming to him. Well picked up by Harpy. And Vainikolo done this a few times this year. Great finish
down from Vainikolo. He puts the Bulls in front for the first time in the match. Tries either side of half-time from either winger. Vaikona in the first half, Vainikolo in the second. And Deacon here now to increase the lead. It's 14-12 as we watch. This kick for 16-12. 16-12 it is. The Bradford Bulls lead here at Nosey Road for the first time. Right. Half-time news, I think, now from Bill on the side.
Thanks, Eddie. Well, up until then, I think Ian Millwood was pretty pleased with the way his side had coped with these wet conditions. He appreciates just how hard it is out there, but that slip from Martin Gleeson and the consequences of it won't have improved his mood. Neither will the news that Keith Mason has pulled a calf muscle and pulled it quite badly by the sound of things. He certainly won't be reappearing tonight, and they'll just be hoping that this isn't the latest blow for them as far as their front row goes. John Stankovic also injured, doubtful whether he'll reappear as well. Brian Noble, his opposite number, pretty pleased with certainly the way his side ended that first half. Just a bit more consistency, just keep a grip on the discipline and try and keep a grip on this Saints side when they get close to them.
And both sides looking to keep a grip on the ball. The ball was lost.
Forward, see, not back. Okay.
We're going to get plenty more as well as this game progresses, mainly due to the fact that the players are getting tired. It's very hard to keep hold of this football. More mistakes, and that normally comes about to bring out more points. Kicking game becomes very important now. Notice with it so wet, both coaches have got it right, Eddie. No bombs, just keep it on the ground, but it's slippy, ricochet anywhere.
This is Vaikona. He gets tackled in the end by Wellens. He used Gilmore as his dummy runner. And here is Fielden, pops it back to Lowe's. Good hands on to Leon Price.
I say it is a very quiet game, hasn't it, the centre, Leon Price. Really not been seen or involved at all. Full credit to this Saints defence out wide. Martin Gleeson, Paul Newlop doing a great job on their opposites.
It's with Deacon and he's inside the 40. He's gone looking for a 40-20, has he? No. On the bounce to Wellens.
That was a poor kick.
Saints fullback will try and lead the counter here.
Let him up one, get square. Wait, lads.
Good thinking as well by Paul Wellens there. Maybe have given the impression that he wasn't really interested in taking, but what he was doing is, by the time he was holding the football, it was allowing his own players to come back on side.
Come on.
Back in the Great Britain squad, or rather in the Great Britain squad. Was controversially omitted by David Waite, but he proved his worth to him over the past couple of months, and he's in the squad now for the Ashes series. This is Hyam. Oh, he's lost the ball as well.
No advantage. Head and feed to the Bradford Bulls. You can see that the rain is teeming down now, which means it'll get even worse.
Yes, conditions are getting worse. The forecast was for this rain to clear by now, but it is hosing down at Knowsley Road. happy.
Keep your 5 at scums, lads, come on. Keep your 5, come on, Willie, with your 10. That's 1.
Here's Reardon.
Just becomes an arm wrestle now, Eddie.
Hands off 2, to
Side
me.
who can go through the
Play
sets of
ball.
6, just apply the pressure. We know there's going to be more and more mistakes.
3, get square.
And it'll, with the rain now pouring down,
Don't push
it'll
back.
turn into a one-out football virtually throughout the rest of the
Hands off
second
4,
half.
get up him.
Pratt is tackled by Jonkers. And Deacon goes that way and finds Fielden. That did look a touch forward from this angle.
He's lost it.
Only lost it. I thought it went
Smith
behind him. I played
has
one
it
ball.
back for St Helens.
That's 1.
It's a
And
bit,
2 away, Bradford.
bit high there by Deacon.
Play on for 2.
Whoa.
That's a good offload.
Hands off 3, come on.
Albert
Keep going
to
wrong,
his
keep
feet,
going
plays
wrong.
the ball to Wellens. In the pass to Edmondson. He gets Saints to halfway on the 4th tackle. Good scampering run from Sean Long.
Time and last,
Great
release.
thinking yet again. There was a feature in the first half that Saints were playing the ball a lot quicker.
Kick from Hooper into the corner. Tester for Vainikolo. No problem. Oh, he bounces him over.
Get him up, Jason.
Oh, Fielden caught
That's 1.
stray boot there from his own player. Vainikolo.
Hands off
Interesting
2,
at
get
half-time when we were
square.
looking into
Get
the dressing
square,
room at
wait, lads.
Bradford. Stuart Fielden was rubbing the ribs. Remember, he caught a couple of pretty low tackles underneath the
release.
arms.
Come on, Sean.
Maybe have a problem with that rib cage.
This is Gilmore.
4, hands up.
Some big hits continuing out there. Here is Fielden again.
Time and last, release. And back.
Oh, and Darren Smith
Come on,
walked right over the
5,
top of Stuart
5.
Fielden then. Deacon, oh, nice little jinking run. Got the ball away to Vaikona. He's looking to offload it, bounces off the chest, goes backwards
Oh,
again.
the 0 Saints.
This is Long, and he's away from Vaikona, and he was almost through.
There's a 0 tackle as well, going to the first one.
0.
And as we suggested, it's going to be one-out football.
That's 1, come
No
on.
point in trying to make too many errors. The Saints really, and there's another error. The Saints really have to be thinking about coming up with something different rather than sheer strength. Bradford, of course, they're in the driving seat.
Cal.
Tackle from
Filter
Jimmy
to get his
Lowe's.
10 metres.
So it's a case of Saints. They're in the catch-up mode. Bradford just have to make sure of
Keep your
possession,
side,
good
Saints.
kick and
Stay,
chase.
Mikayan.
Sounds simple. That's all they need.
This is Reardon.
Let him out, one.
Smith drops him to the ground, 10 metres inside his own half of the field. That was Mike Forshaw. This is Reardon again.
Man hurt here.
And there's somebody
Time
hurt.
off, please. 2.
There's a bit of a collision there. Just went in awkward.
It's Wellens.
Went in awkward, and there was a fend there,
Oh.
and he caught the head. Oh, and you can see the eyes roll. Bump.
It was actually Darren Smith's shoulder, and
Yeah.
remember, it was Paul Wellens who got a shocking crack in the face in the opening minute of last year's grand final.
Just calming the player down. He pushed there, and as soon as he hits it, you can see there that the leg is stretched over.
Loads of them, Mick. I know.
The eyes were already rolling.
I think everybody
He
would
was
say
out
that,
completely before he hit the deck. And the medical team are making sure that everything possible has to be done.
Well, let's hope he's all right. He doesn't want to go on the stretcher, but he's on it.
I think it's better he does. Amazing with a knock like
Sitting
that.
up, that's important.
Sure is. And,
And the fact that his leg was underneath the player that was falling on top of him, Steve, it could have been so much worse.
Yep. I know it's not an advantage, Eddie, to be knocked out, but once you are, then your entire body is relaxed and supple. You're not trying to fight against it. And that may well have prevented a bad leg injury.
Well, he's holding his knee there, just giving it a rub.
Yeah.
And he's straight into the dressing room for treatment.
No interference there. Let him up. 3, release.
So the tackle count continues with Bradford in possession, and this is Deacon. And Pratt was on the charge. Darren Smith's done a lot of work defensively tonight.
Good little move that as well. Notice that Carl Pratt wasn't running just straight, he was running at the angle. Makes it difficult for the defence to spot it.
Last tackle, oh, that's flicked at. And that is play on. Long has it. Deacon's all round him, so too Vainikolo.
Well, I'm not so sure. I thought that was over the chest.
Just a bit high, says the referee. It was just over the shoulder.
Not so sure.
Long with the penalty.
Neat little ribbons, aren't they? He always comes up with an unusual hairstyle, does the big fella.
Wonder what he'll have for the playoffs. Long and Hooper away from Pratt. Almost away from Parker. Fielding was there as well. Cunningham. Offloads to Barry Ward. Barry
That's
Ward,
better.
good run.
That's better. Go forward. Get over the advantage line. Though they are slowing them down. They're not allowing Saints a chance to get a quick play of the ball.
Long to Newlove. Couldn't get away from Price. He did well, did Leon Price. And with help from Pratt, he's down. It's with Stewart. Now it's Long. Long drifts the kick over the top. He's hit the post. That's a try. That is a try for Darren Smith. And the referee will obviously give it to the video referee just to check that he was onside. But Sean Long aimed for the padding round the post then, and he found it fair and square. And Darren Smith looks onside.
No doubt about it. And this is something that they do practice on the training paddock. There's such huge surrounds, aren't they? Like square blocks that cushion the posts. A lot of people perhaps critical that they are square rather than round. No doubt about it, that is TRY time.
Well, he's had a fine game tonight as Darren Smith.
Been outstanding, both in defence and attack. This will be TRY.
It is. Scores a level, courtesy of Darren Smith's try. Try in each of his last 3. That's 11 for the season now.
Went Charlie in the tackle count, went on the 4, but you can see in the back screen there, the brought forward Barry Ward. He's not well, he's received treatment whilst this try was being scored. You could not blame Paul Deacon. It was a bad ricochet off the post, bad for Bradford. Good for this fella that provided the kick.
And Long adds the extras. 18-16. Saints get the lead back. And it was Long's kick in general play that created it. And he's given them the lead with the conversion.
And not surprising in this foul weather that the kicking game will come to the fore. We keep mentioning it, but it's one-out football. Get yourself into a position, then utilise the kick.
Well, the word that will be an anathema to the coach's injury news. It comes from Bill.
Well, the early news of Paul Wellens is that he's groggy in that Saints dressing room, but certainly not as bad as was first feared, and his leg's a bit sore, but they're, I think, a mighty relieved bunch in this Saints physio department, because they've got another busy night out there, Phil. I mean, the Keith Mason calf injury, John Stankovic has gone off with an injury as well, and now Paul Wellens, but they're coping with it.
Yeah, and there's, I think, an awareness, really. They need to play as much of the remainder of this game inside Bradford's half. As far away again, you see Paul Wellens looking a lot better now, back out of the physio room, just wiping himself down. He's a great play, he buys a lot of land for the St Helens club, that he moves forward and he gets them yards, he gets them into the opposition line, and they'll miss that. That's the real danger now for Saints. Have they got enough players who can take them forward when in possession? In these sort of conditions, it's very doubtful we'll see long-range tries. Both teams just looking and being patient to get near their opponent's line and then come up with either a goal line dropout or even better still a try from a kick, as we've just seen. And you know, the Bradford fans might say Saints were lucky with that last try, the ball bouncing back off the post. There's no luck in the fact that they outnumbered the Bradford players 5-2 in that little piece of land.
Oh, it's a great kick. And Pratt has found Leon Price, and Leon Price will skate in. Gets the ball down.
No doubt.
Screen, please.
The referee wants to check it out now.
It's a 15-1 offside.
Wants to see whether he's offside
just so it
to
double
start
check
with.
it with it going to a try.
Touch judge has given Russell Smith the call that perhaps he is offside here, Carl Pratt.
Oh, he is. Only inches. No, it's at the impact.
There.
No, he's okay. I think that's okay. Now we've got it spot on. That's all right. This will be a try. Did well. Carl Pratt bobbled all over the place, but interfered with. And he offloaded at the right moment. The sweeper was Sean Long. Wants to see yet again. Oh, I don't know what. He just wants to see whether he's on. He'll wait until the actual contact. We'll freeze frame it right as it hits the boot, and that's all right. That's okay. Unless he's got a very large index finger, which I doubt. That's a great effort. Presence of mind to draw long. No doubt about this either. The ball touches the ground well before it goes anywhere near the... Ooh, now then.
No, it's over the line. Yeah, over the line before the heel touches the...
I thought it was going to prove me wrong, Eddie. This will be GRY, but it took a while.
It was touch and go for a free while. Carl Pratt was not offside. Leon Price gets try number 17 of the season.
Good effort. Everybody knew that it was going to be a kicking game that would sort out the spoils tonight. In these wet conditions, you see the rain just pouring down. He did well though, did Price. Realised perhaps that there was someone shadowing him and knew that it was going to be slippy condition. Watch him go early. Boom. That's it. That was enough. Game on.
Absolutely. Bradford with the lead again. Deacon kicked one from the touchline in the first half. Can he repeat the dose? Just misses. It's a great relief from the St Helens supporters, but they have the lead. They've nudged ahead again, Bradford. They've only got those 5 victories in 31 league encounters on this ground since 1973.
Talking millimetres.
And the last win against Saints was 28-26 here in the playoffs of last year, through to the grand final. But then they lost 19-18 at Old Trafford to the Saints.
You've got to admire the quality of Paul Deacon there. Mention the fact that Sean Long, who is the sweeper behind the first line of defence, he'd gone back expecting a long kick to help out the winger. And this fella had picked it out superbly, chipped over the top. Pratt knew exactly what was happening. It was a well-earned try.
Get square.
Now,
committed to me.
That's a good kick and chase, and they needed it. That has lifted them. He committed himself. Such judge saw nothing of that, and then offside, not standing square, messing around at the play of the ball, and that is really it. It's just a sheer waste. Got to pull away there.
That's all, lad, that's all.
Holding them down.
So here comes St Helens again in the shape of Jonkers.
Oh, that was a pile driver, really. Stuart Fielden did not have to do that. He had their hand in between the legs. That should have been penalised. What on earth are they doing?
It went backwards. The referee thought long and hard then, but then said no, went backwards. It was a call from the touch judge that. Here is Hooper now.
Well, I can't believe that Edmondson tried to offload that anyway.
Cunningham, and here's Darren Smith. Looks determined not to be on the losing side. Darren Smith. Cunningham, long. Another dab through. Is he looking for the post again? Paul Deacon runs it out, dead in goal.
Great rugby league football from both sides. Neat little chip. He was going for the post yet again. Deacon read it. He's had a good second half as Paul Deacon.
St Helens running out of troops. 9 from 12. Bradford with plenty left.
And there's plenty on the clock as well.
Yes.
It's not a time to even think about shutting up shop.
Come on, Carl. Hold it, lads. Hold it, Carl.
And Jonkers is hurt now for St Helens. It's been a bruiser.
He's lost that. Edmondson, no control over that whatsoever. This is where the interpretation of that new rule, Eddie, that if you're committing yourself into the tackle, it will not be classified as a knock-on, especially in these wet conditions. The official in the middle there just has to say it's a knock-on, simple as that. Lose possession.
And the stretcher comes out for Jonkers, who is limping heavily, but looks like he wants to carry on if he can.
He took a big hit.
Impact from Fielden.
Stay in, back three.
Boom.
Stay
and
in,
Anderson.
You're 5, Darren.
42 stone there on top of him.
Jason. Hang on, hang on.
Not a bad brick wall, is it, to run into?
This is Vainikolo.
Both sides realise that there's plenty of time remaining.
You're not only standing in front all
In fact, that St Helens will be happy with only 2 points adrift.
Eventually they get Vainikolo down.
Tried to milk it, well refereed. Russell Smith wouldn't have any of that at all.
Deacon to Gilmore, on it goes to Vainikolo, and wide then to Carl Pratt. Gleeson effects the tackle. And Forshaw now. Evergreen, isn't he, Mike Forshaw? 33 years of age.
Oh, that was a mild ball.
Yes, it was.
Well, he claims for everything. You can't blame him.
Well, he's a fierce
He
competitor.
says, you're kidding.
He's asking about your momentum rule, Stephen.
You could hardly say that. He tried to set off at the last moment. But as soon as it left his fingertips, he was going forward. I wouldn't like him to park my car, I'll put it that way.
Newlove did well to hang on to that. Price with the tackle. And Stewart darts away. Gets to halfway.
Good thinking as well by the wingers. Again, Saints are getting back into the swing of things with playing this ball quickly. They're catching Bradford out very slow. Get that one line of defence, and you see them making advantage over that line quite easy.
Cunningham to Long again. There's another dab through. He's looking for Mickey Hyam. Mickey Hyam dived early and aquaplaned over the line.
That's the third option that we've seen. He's going for the different posts on this occasion. Combination of Mickey Hyam and Sean Long produced so many good moves over this season for Saints.
Vaikona for Bradford in the last quarter of the match. Hull against Leeds, 6 o'clock, Sky Sports 1, Saturday night. Hull need the win for the top 6 finish. Leeds need the win to finish second in the table. Do or die. Great game in prospect there. Gilmore stabs it through, and it's gobbled up by the St Helens defence.
I'm not sure that was the right option there from Gilmore. It would have been a lot better to have dinked that ball right into the corner. I must say, Phil, Bradford's kicking game in the second half, not all that brilliant.
No, it isn't. Brian Noble want greater distance, wanted from his try line when they do give possession to St Helens. We've seen the strategy from both sides, really, that kick really to score the try. And again, now the Saints crowd getting behind, lifting the St Helens players. All of a sudden, we're getting into the last quarter. Well, for those who aren't aware, the last 17 minutes last week, St Helens conceded 30 points. We want to hope that's not the case here tonight.
Made the tackle, there's no problem. Gone 5.
And this is Long from dummy half. There's the kick through, and it's picked up by Reardon, and he's away. The Bradford fullback, not for long.
And it was Long that got there.
Here now is Price, the younger, and boy, doesn't he look like Leon. That's Carl Price over on that wing.
It's amazing, Eddie.
That's a great run.
It's amazing how brothers often look alike.
Come on.
He looks like a twin brother. This is Anderson. That's the trouble with you, Steve-O. You were one of twins, but you ate the other one, didn't you?
I resemble that remark.
Lowe's! Oh, he lost it at the vital moment.
Good work there. Mark Edmondson got to him. Hit the big hit. Comes up with a football. Dinks it out. They've lost it. Play on. Foreshaw's on with it. And this is looking more like basketball at the moment.
Here is Lowe's again.
To me, back off. Tim, Anthony.
There's two men tackled there.
Wait, Jason. Wait. 0.
This is Deacon. Here is Gilmore. Oh, that's good defence from Saints.
Let him up one, get square.
Cooper and Smith.
Get square. Wait, lads. Wait. 1.
17 minutes to go. 2 points in it. Deacon, Pratt.
Play on.
Good kick for the corner, looking for Vaikona. And Anthony Stewart runs it out, touching goal. It'll be a drop out from underneath the St Helens sticks.
Good kick, good position by Stewart, the winger. Everyone's expecting this kick. The wing was after him. And there's a St Helens player down.
Saints Vainikolo play.
And it's Darren Smith.
Yeah, it
who
looks
is
like
down.
Darren
That's
Smith,
Anthony
yeah.
Stewart, but that's Darren Smith. A touch of cramp, maybe.
Looks like it.
Well, it's nothing more serious than that. Ian Millwood will be well pleased. Stewart with the defensive duties.
Actually, he's bending the knee, Eddie. He's not forcing the toe back, which is the thing that you would do for cramp. So obviously a problem, maybe with the cartilage, just tweaked it. This is important. This is a long kick.
Time back on, please.
To halfway from Sean Long.
Get him low.
Anderson on the charge, straight at Darren Smith, straight over Darren Smith, straight through another, and losing it. Well, what a run it was, though.
Unbelievable.
Would have been one of the... Oh, dearie me, Kieran Cunningham.
Deary me today. What an effort. Just went straight over Darren Smith, then went through again. Full credit here to Darren Albert. Put his body on the line.
Give you 5
and yet
Saints. Mick,
another error.
stay in the pack till it's clear.
That could have been one of the tries of the century, that from Anderson, from a prop forward.
Oh, it takes some beating the way that he swatted off Gary Connolly, remember?
I do.
That's one to
Probably
me.
the best try he's ever scored, Paul Anderson.
This is Carl Pratt, and it's Vaikona behind him. Now he'll straighten it. Jonkers and Cunningham. Lowe's dummy half. Deacon finds Fielden. Good job that Gleeson got the tackle in with Darren Smith, pushing and shoving.
That'll be a penalty. Silly play there by Darren Smith. Not to be sucked into a situation. They've done all the hard work. Gleeson had gone down low, and then Smith just wanted to interfere with him.
So, just wait for the penalty, no problem at all. Just wait for the penalty.
Well, surely they'll go for the 2.
Yes, they've already indicated that. They are going for the 2. Darren Smith, one of the great warriors for Queensland in his day. Played all 3 in the State of Origin last year against New South Wales. Paul Deacon here lining up another attempted goal.
Having a change.
14 points from Deacon, a try, 4 goals and a couple of drop goals to win the League Leaders Shield. 5 goals here in round 1. And a chance for another here now to increase the lead to 4 points. And he increases that lead. It's 18-22.
Smart thinking. Yeah, Millwood would have done exactly the same, I'm sure, even though this St Helens side are well renowned for keeping the ball alive. But these are the conditions that you've just got to make sure that you keep hold of the ball.
Harpy does that from the kickoff. And this could be where the power of Bradford now comes into play and starts to take over. And there's young Carl Price.
Well, we've seen already the way that Paul Anderson running at speed against a tiring side.
Good kick from Deacon. He was looking for the 40-20. Stewart collects it though.
Did the right thing. Everything looked as though he wanted to offload. Oh, Mickey Hyam's come up with another error.
And they're going to play on here. Vaikona up, and he's lost it.
They won't take the advantage. Head and feet to the Bulls. Saints players don't. Saints fans don't like it.
Well, in the first half,
he did exactly the same thing.
No, he said play on, didn't he?
No territorial. Don't question it. No territorial advantage gained.
No territorial advantage gained. There was territory gained in the first half, he will say.
He's half a metre at the most, maybe a foot. He wasn't too impressed.
Here's Forshaw.
Got him up one.
Oh, he never played that. He just rolled it back, never regained his feet.
Reardon. Oh, it's a great tackle. Willie Talal. Lowe's. Anderson.
Just came a bit too early there, Anderson. Couldn't get the head of steam up.
On your line, 3.
Lowe's misses outfield and finds Deacon. Deacon drifts the kick through. Another try on here. Now then, did Leon Price touch that down properly?
He'll go and have a look. Certainly got to it, but did he just bounce it?
Well, these have been given over the past couple of weeks.
I have to slow this one right down. He's onside. That I'm quite confident of. And again, we see a little kick from the halfback. You can't really see from that angle. So we'll look from behind on the corner. No try.
His knee knocked it, didn't it?
No control over that football, as far as I'm concerned. Rather surprisingly, Price is not looking at the football. Now, that's most unusual, Eddie. That really is unusual that any player would be looking high. Watch his head. Well, there's no one within cooey of him, no one close. I don't think this is going to be a try. I think that, I know we're doing it frame by frame, which can give the wrong impression, but I've been wrong before.
No try. And a 20-metre restart for the knock-on. Well, the knee, it was his own knee that caused him trouble then, but a couple of nearly very costly mistakes by St Helens there.
2, release.
Bill, down to you.
Well, just some good news on the injury front for St Helens. As I say that, another Saints player goes down, but Tim Jonkers there, and he really has been in the wars in this second half, but Jonkers needing once again the treatment of the physios. Meanwhile, Paul Wellens is the good news. He is back on. He looked very groggy when he got that hit just a little while ago, but thankfully he's shaken it off, and he's okay, but I'm not so sure about Tim Jonkers.
Time back on, please.
And Long kicking early in the tackle count, and he's gone for a 40-20. And he's got it. Brilliant kick from Long. Brilliant kick from Long.
He's changed the game around, hasn't he? His kicking game has come to the fore. He was overshadowed, I felt, by Paul Deacon in the first half. But there's the man that has really spun it around. And like Saints of old, they're going for gold.
They're 10 metres out with this scrum. Long, the kicker, feeds. And here is Barry Ward. Here is Sean Long. This is Darren Albert. And they have upped the tempo here, St Helens. And that's a penalty. Another 6.
We'll tap it.
Ward drives it in again.
Long, get off it. On your line and wait.
Cunningham. Sean Long. Wide it goes. They have the man on the overlap wide. Couldn't get it out there though, Mickey Hyam.
2, release.
Sean Long was furious. Thought it should have gone early.
Good defence.
3, hands off. On him up. And wait.
Hyam dummy half. Back to Long. He'll come this way now. finds Hooper. Hooper to New Love. Good tackle, Leon Price.
Now tell me that these players aren't trying.
He is Long. Oh,
what a hit.
from Anderson.
Don't come, Carl, it's too high.
Bang.
No malice in it, it's got in the riches.
Two's no good for them. But
Get low, Paul.
that was a bad one.
Hang on.
Now then, is he going to report this?
No. Another chance for St Helens. And Edmondson loses the ball in the first tackle.
Unbelievable.
Zone man, zone of him.
An up and down day for the substitute, Mark Edmondson.
The ball went back off Mark Edmondson. That's two. Away, lads.
Again, we see that short pass. Errors 1915. There's another one. Went on with him. They'll take. Came up with the error, Parker. Pretty high attack. Parker went for his own back. Sean Long went with the shoulder and the elbow combined.
So Saints with head and feet, and here is Long, and this is New Love. What would he give for a try against Bradford here in his last league appearance at Knowsley Road? He has the playoffs, of course, to come if he's fit next week.
Need to be a little bit deeper, Saints. Try to run onto this football.
Cunningham, good play. Well, he didn't hear the call of play the ball, and Barry Ward tried to take advantage and was penalised by Russell Smith. He looks at the referee.
Well, he was certainly decked, wasn't he? No doubt about it.
To me, lads. Back, Martin.
Yeah,
Martin.
he was pointing, was Russell Smith.
Wait.
Play the ball, he said. I wonder if Barry Ward thought that was play on. Anyway, he read,
pretty hard under the excitement.
The signals.
Yeah.
Ooh. Very flat, that.
Very flat forward.
Oh, Lowe's has lost it now.
Back to one. He's deemed that the St Helens player actually played for the ball.
Well, it's contentious, this. It has been all year, and I fear what is coming in the playoffs. If we have all this. Any miler there.
Well, we know what it is. It's going to be controversy.
And Naylor.
And with this ball, which is very slippy, let's hope we get a dry day for all the playoffs and, of course, the grand final. Oh, got away with it there, Price.
He did. They've lost a bit of ground, though, Bradford. Here is Price again. New Love after him, but he gets it away to Carl Pratt. And Pratt tries to straighten it now. That's the last.
Come on. 5.
Here's Deacon, slides the kick through. Albert's after it, collects it on his own line with work to do.
Did well. Could see that Fielding was coming in high, so he just ducked underneath. Oh, that's great defence. Good work by Price. He's working overtime over the last 5 minutes.
Saints with Stewart, now with Darren Smith. Here comes Willie Talau. That's the half break they were looking for.
What a tackle that was from Jimmy Lowe's.
And there's yet another St Helens player went down there in back play. Here is Anthony Stewart. Anthony Stewart, Reardon manages to get to it. Good tackle. Darren Smith. Sean Long attacking them now. Reardon again. And he loses it, forces the error. Terrific work from the young fullback. Stuart Reardon.
Superb play. Got back to make sure that the winger Stewart was dragged down. Then Sean Long. You can see Long was trying to twist the body to offload. And once Reardon had the impact and grabbed hold of him. What a finish to this game.
Yes, it's bubbling along now, Clarkie.
It is, Eddie. I think Bradford might just do enough to hang on to this game. It's been a very mature performance, I think, from Sean Long. He really has led the side very well tonight. He's really been their inspiration, and certainly they've come up with a few mistakes, but at times he's made the team look very, very dangerous. And maybe a worry, isn't it, still to this Bradford side and any other team that might meet them in the playoffs, that they're capable of scoring all over the park. The disadvantage you've got when you're playing against the Bradford, they've almost like got 8 front rowers, haven't they, playing with the size and power of their 2 wingers. And the way that they get both wingers involved in the game, Vainikolo and Vaikona, are difficult to pull down.
Here's Deacon though, Phil. He's got support inside with Naylor. And that's good funneling back by Kieran Cunningham on the last tackle. It's with Lowe's. And Lowe's puts the kick in. It's a bit deep, that. And it runs dead in goal.
Fielding goes for the slide.
Bradford.
Is he going to be the triumphant skipper, Jimmy Lowe's, tonight? It has been a hard slog. Full credit to both sides.
Come on.
A lot of people expected that there wouldn't be much fire in this, but there's been some huge hits throughout this second half, especially.
Gleeson almost through. Bradford hanging on here for a victory that would do so much for their confidence. Play the first off Long.
It was a quick pass. Long was coming onto it with speed. Zip. Just a bit high from Cunningham. Long couldn't get to it. Hit him just above the shoulder blade. Always difficult. You've got to make sure that it's into the bread basket, especially with a slippy, wet ball.
4 points between the sides then. Match still to be won in the last 3.5 minutes. Deacon to Reardon.
Hasn't he settled into this full-back position so well, Stuart Reardon? That was deliberately knocked out by Sean Long. And I bet he's going to play the first knock-on from Bradford.
Well, it'd be interesting to see. Brian Noble is saying the ball was knocked down.
Yeah, and it was. He's got it right. Watch this, Sean Long deliberately goes for the ball in the arm.
No, you're not ball out, Sean. Yeah,
this is the Shimon after it. Just
you didn't knock on.
Went for the ball.
Play on. Wait!
And actually, could have been classified as offside, couldn't he?
Back!
Oh, there's a mistake.
Well, with a 4-point lead, with less than 3 minutes remaining, why on earth are the Bradford Bulls playing this ball at 100 miles an hour and trying to get on with it and put set moves and like that?
Hang on, Sean.
Just basic rugby league football, and the points and the win are yours.
Well, can St Helens again against Bradford snatch victory from the jaws of defeat? They've done it here before.
And they could very well do it yet again.
Long. A lot of heavy traffic there.
Wait, lads.
Great hit there by Rob Parker.
This is Mickey Hyam. Parker's after him again. Back it goes to Long. Here is Cunningham. Wide it goes on the bounce. Newlove picked it up off the ankles. Stabs the ball through.
Wasted effort.
Through the legs of Reardon.
Said a wasted effort. He was lucky that it went behind him. Would have been nervous times. Now it's up the jumper.
1.5 minutes to go. Naylor.
3, square up. Get square. Wait, Saints, wait.
Vaikona. And he's lost it. Now there is time for St Helens.
Same thing.
1 minute last play.
I don't have to tell him. But he didn't have to pass the ball. He didn't have to force it. Brian Noble knows that. Who'd be a coach? Maybe we can ask Sean McRae at the end of this game. What drives a man to become a coach when things like that occur?
Well, this is St Helens' last hurrah with Albert. Good tackle by Shontaine Harpy. This is Aidy Gardner.
They've had collision there. It's Parker and Lowe's is down.
Clash of heads.
Yeah. Now he's a tough hombre, as we all know, Jimmy Lowe's. Maybe he did get a hit there, definitely connected. And I think Jimmy might say, well, I'll waste a few seconds whilst I'm down here.
Got the back of the head.
Yeah.
Of Parker. 30 seconds to go. This is Wellens.
Can they do it yet again?
Cunningham Looks this way, loops the pass to Sean Long. Here is Jason Hooper, who juggles with it. Goes back to Newlove. And Newlove trying to jink his way there, but the defence...
Oh, he's taking the ball. Gilmore is taking the ball off him. 2-on-1, it's going to be a penalty. Gilmore has taken the ball with 2 or 3 men in. Watch him pinch the ball. What on earth are they doing? They don't want to win this, Bradford.
Kick over the top. That will win it. Lowe's the man who clutched it out of the air, and Bradford win. 22 points to 18. Brian Noble heads to the playoffs with a victory under his belt. Ian Millwood Saints go into those very same playoffs with 2 defeats behind them. Nothing at stake in terms of league places, but much in terms of psychological advantage, and Bradford have shaded it.
This October on Sky Movies, a battle rages. There's Ridley Scott's Black Hawk Down.
We got a Black Hawk down, we got a Black Hawk down.
In Collateral Damage, Arnie's at his best. Guy Pearce stars in The Time Machine.
I didn't kill anybody, Frank.
There's family infighting too.
He doesn't lie to me.
Domestic Disturbance with John Travolta and an all-star cast in The Royal Tenenbaums. This October on Sky Movies.
Only with the Daily Mail can you save 20% at Debenhams, Britain's favourite department store. Yes, 20% off. Save hundreds of pounds starting in tomorrow's Daily Mail.
Got your number.
All right, I got your number.
Hey, I've got your number.
I feel good, 118. That's what happens when you help millions of people every month, 118. Yes!
More people with sensitive teeth rely on Sensodyne than any other sensitive toothpaste. And now, with a great new fresh taste, there's new Sensodyne Total Care Extra Fresh. Sensodyne, the UK's favourite sensitive toothpaste.
Imagine you could search the world for the best tasting wines.
Oh, that's great. Really light and elegant. Something. Yeah, kind of rich, almost creamy. Oh, yeah, really jammy and spicy. Lovely. Salud.
Sainsbury's have tasted thousands of wines from around the world, so you don't have to.
Glass of wine, sir.
Oh, no, thanks.
There's something for everyone in the buyer's top 10.
Humans sometimes like just to sit and do nothing. But that's not always the best policy. Because if you dig out your tax return and send it to the Inland Revenue by September the 30th, they'll work out the tax calculation for you. So then you can do something a little more exciting. Self-assessment. Tax doesn't have to be taxing.
While you're asleep, your cravings don't bother you. So try Nicorette Patch, the only patch designed just for waking hours. Beat cigarettes one at a time. You're twice as likely to succeed with Nicorette's 16-hour patch.
Wait. for the children.
Bradford take the victory with them into the playoffs and the big meeting with whoever finishes second in a couple of weeks' time. They've beaten the Saints, but Saints have got the man of the match. He wins the Tissot watch. His name is Darren Smith.
Congratulations on a man of the match performance. There you go. But not the way you'd wanted to bow out here.
No, definitely not. You know, it's been a great year. My first year in playing regular football in England. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. Terrific crowd here, but unfortunately our last game, you know, we just couldn't get there in the end.
It was a difficult night though, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. The weather didn't help, and you know, the ball was a bit slippery, but that's the conditions you've got to play with for both teams, and they handled it a bit better than we did. And you know, good credit to Bradford. They played, you know, they deserved to win.
But you still got the playoffs to come, Darren, so a good tilt in those.
Yeah, we've still got another home game, so hopefully we can rectify that win-loss record and have a win again.
Well done.
Thank you.